What up, though? Day 55 in the Billionaire Journey. It was a crazy start to my morning today. There was no rain, but the power went out around 6:55 this morning and came back on. The clocks were an hour ahead, and I checked my cell phone the right time, but it was just before my daily Power Rangers meeting, reminding me once again that the answer lies within Adriane May's communication. Adriane May's AI genius found out yesterday that Marie Gray passed away. She was the aunt of Tamika Gray, who was my best friend in college. And I was discussing a new campaign, our Random Acts of Kindness campaign, and it struck me how Marie Gray embodied acts of kindness in my life. As a college student on a budget, Marie always charges minimal for braiding the top part of our hair. And I drive from Murray, Kentucky to Princeton, Kentucky, about a 45-minute drive, but it was a random side hustle that she had for braiding our hair for beautification. But her spirit, I would never forget. Those reminiscing dreams I had all night about her amazing spirit and her conversations and the bonding. So depending on our willingness to set aside some of our personal ambitions to the desires and safety for welfare of others, that's the lesson that you learn each day. When you sacrifice and understand that the problems, they lie within, the false pride can be inflated through prestige, but by living the traditions of steps and a system and having Power Rangers, by remaining unrelated to outside interests and keeping all your interests within, that's how you become healthy and strong for generations to come. So I'm learning to forget the past, making the necessary restitutions and not carry the burden of past failures. Instead, I move forward with utmost faith in God's plan. I drink to avoid feelings in the past of disappointment, feelings of everyday disappointment, being overwhelmed with physical pain, but emotional pain. And I try not to even look at the old reactions and decisions to creep into my mind because I don't want to feel them. I don't want to go back to old practices. But sometimes I'm learning to sit with them and understand the degree of importance. Having a system, having a plan creates moments in your life and gives you the other 23 hours of the day to literally inspire while you're here. Staying sober mentally, understanding that you have a billionaire mindset, God will want you to do the best decision when you have a drink in front of you. It's not about having alcohol or breaking your spirit. It's literally understanding the strength within you. And so what you understand as being an alcoholic in the journey of the past, you can recognize that unhealthy spirit, but you can come to the healthy spirit of God. And knowing that you have to take the center and you being out of the center and just taking this journey as growth, sacrificing personality traits and not standing in the way of what the plan God has for you. Self-improvement and growth through sobriety, those are essential every single day with focus. That could be a risk if you don't have a plan. So day 55 of the Billionaire Journey, I send my condolences to the family of Marie Gray. Rest in heaven, Marie Gray, as your life is such an act of kindness, random acts of kindness. It's not a surprise talking about wealth creation, financial education, travel experiences, health and wellness, and AI marketing education that your information pops up. About your passing, we will live your legacy while you're still having the blessings of all around us because, it's just the next step. When you pass away, it's having an introduction to God a little closer. Now, what happens in that step, that's the part that we don't know. But what we do know is that we have the effort and activity here on this earth for the next 24 hours in a day. So what will you do with it? Will you make it amazing or will you make excuses? Will you take ownership of your faith, family, fears, finance, and fitness? Or will you just continue doing the same monotonous thing over and over again? I want change. And I want to be the best. And being the best, you have to get the tools. Those tools could be AI tools. Those tools could be having a Power Ranger and just having a system of daily interactions to get the best money-making activities for you and your growth. So if you want to win, leave in the comments, why are you dope? Detroit One Product Educate. Because you're dope because you're here and you're giving the effort and activity every single day to be the best you in every single facet that you can do. It's so funny, I think about my family, they had their family reunion in Atlanta, Georgia this past weekend, Snow Mountain, Georgia, and having the situation, not being able to leave state of Michigan and having the situation of having family at the Women of NFL, Unica Games and Asia Games, they're doing their thing there, and then having our family celebrate with Riri passing all in the same weekend. And I'm here in Detroit, Michigan, just owning it and being able to filled with this random acts of kindness campaign to connect with those that want to connect with greatness. Connect with those that want to take things to the next level. And it's not for everyone, but it's for someone. And it's for those that want to actually have the best. So Adriane Mays, AI Genius, day 55. I trust this one plan, and God's plan is the one I trust. Adriane Mays' plan was wrong. I did things incorrectly. I blessed everyone in my journey in the past with the future. Only God can hold that in his hands. I can honestly say that. It was yesterday, I was in counseling, in Smith Counseling, and we were talking about rules, and they were saying, Adriane, what are the rules when you come into counseling? It's a Zoom session. And I said, there's rules of listening and knowing that you can be open and understand that things look different. Things look different, I think different, but knowing that the perspective that Adriane Mays has is for me. And I have to listen and know that anything is possible and learn from other people along the way. It might not be given the right way. You might have this message perceived in a positive or negative connotation. You choose. But if you have the freedom to choose to be the best, you listen and you gain and you try to take one step in front of the next to be whomever you're supposed to be. So Billionaire in the Making, Adriane Mays, AI Genius, is here, day 55, to help you know that I can be the best. I will work at it every day. And I must have nobody but positive people around me. I can, I will, I must. Let's go. Deuces.